How should I walk when it's dark and there's a girl walking in front of me, alone? Don't walk close to her. Honestly, this is good advice for anyone. I'd never walk close to anyone late at night. I've read through a lot of these. And please don't pretend to make a phone call. It's obvious when it's not real. And that would honestly make me way more nervous than just a dude walking up and past me. If you think being on the phone will help, make an actual call. Call your mother. I'm sure she'd be happy to hear from you. Honestly though, as a woman who often walks alone at night, I'm not normally concerned about other people walking in the same direction. There are times that I might feel a little weird about someone. And in that case I'll usually cross the street myself. Or turn a corner onto a busier street. I have stopped and moved aside so that someone could get past me that was making me uncomfortable. And sent a text so it seemed as if I stopped because I got a message. I have also been actually followed by a man who passed me going in the opposite direction. Stopped. And then turned around to follow me on a completely deserted street. Luckily I was close to home, which was a secure building, and I was able to duck inside before he got close enough to me to do anything. He stood outside, crossed his arms, and stared at me through the glass until I moved further into the building where he couldn't see me. Then he went back the way he had been walking in the first place. Honestly, one time, I got freaked out by a big dude walking behind me. Until he whipped out his phone and called a friend. Just hearing his voice laughing and chatting about some football game put me at such ease because it really humanized him in the moment. It also made me realize he was not paying attention to me in the way I was worried about. There are a number of things you might choose to do. If they are walking fast, you might slow down to let them get a distance ahead of you. If it's easy, you could cross the street to be on the other side. You might choose another route. You might make a call to someone like a family member, so that you are being loudly normal. This is particularly helpful if you are overtaking them. You don't have to do any of these. They are simply things you could do to be nice. Edit to add. This is not a complete list by any means. And all of these are at least somewhat circumstantial. Carefully. She might have a knife. Sometimes this happens on a wooded trail I frequent that's pretty isolated. Typically, if I'm at a close enough distance that I'm not having to yell to be heard, I announce my presence and ask if she wants to switch places. Something simple like, "Hey there. I'm walking behind and didn't want to startle you. Would you prefer me to walk ahead of you?" People answer different ways, but it's always well received as a common courtesy. Walk like the gayest man you know. Just mind your own business and leave her alone. What else would you do? Just don't think about it. If you change your behavior, it will cause more worry than anything. If she crosses the road, don't immediately cross it after her. Personally, that is what I do, to remove myself from the being followed situation. As a big scary guy that often wears leather jackets, whom has had little old ladies cross the street twice to specifically avoid me, I tend to try and break the tension with a question if I realize a woman is walking in front of me, going the same way. I say to her, "Would you like me to walk in front of you to make you feel more comfortable?" And that usually diffuses the tension pretty quickly and allows a simple solution to help ease everyone's mind. I try to be a nice guy, and it makes me uncomfortable to make others uncomfortable. You need to loudly shout, "Don't worry, I'm not a rapist," and that will give her the reassurance she needs. I go to this park to run at night and have to walk down a narrow alley at the end. Sometimes I find myself walking behind a woman as everyone heads out as it gets dark. Usually I just stop and go on my phone for 5 minutes to let them get far enough away I won't catch Up to them. I'm a fast walker. My sister and GF have told me a lot how intimidating men try and act in these situations, so I just have kept that in mind. In your own head you know you're harmless. But a 6 feet 2,185 pound guy walking behind you quickly at night is pretty much unsettling to most people. I usually just walk normally, but if they seem nervous, I'll slow down, pull out my phone, or just wait a minute. It's no biggie. I got nothing relevant or useful to add to this comments section. But I just want to tell you that, as a woman, I appreciate your thoughtfulness a lot. Wish more men were like you. Thank you. You're a great dude. I worked in downtown San Francisco for a few years. I worked until about 10 p.m. There are a lot of crazy things that happen down there. At 10 p.m., the financial district is pretty empty. Except for rats. Whenever I saw a girl walking the same direction as me in front of me, I'd gain until I was about 1/2 block behind. Then I'd slow to her pace. My thinking was that I didn't want to creep her out, or worry for her life. I'm 6 feet 4 inches and about 225 pounds. From me. And it would give me the ability to get to her quickly to help her if anyone else did try anything. I hate that women in this situation have to be so afraid. But it's very true. One time I did stop a homeless guy from bothering an older, maybe 80 years old, woman at a bus stop. She was trying to leave and he was blocking her path. I ended that in a hurry just by telling him to stop. Of course, I was at risk too. I didn't know if he had a knife or gun. I just knew that I wasn't going to let him bother this woman. Make a phone call or pretend to. Then talk loudly about non-threatening things. Pokemon. The chairs at work. A nice childhood memory. Etc. Just walk and do your own thing. Walk normal WTH person facepalming male sign tears of joy. Don't fear the woman, girl. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doomscrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.